The pack house has stood for generations, guarded by wards, protected by wolves. Rogue wolves don't attack a guarded pack house, but last night they did. And when the battle ended, they didn't run. Something pulled them back, which means something worse is already moving. Previously on The Witch's Binding. After the chaos in Briarwood, Kaelen enforces new restrictions on the pack. No more careless comments. No more testing limits. The pack falls in line, but tension lingers beneath the surface. As Amara and Rourke spar, instinct and control walk a dangerous line. Kaelen and Elara try to control the bond instead of outrunning it.
This feels like a mate bond wearing another man's coat.
Ancient secrets are uncovered. A hidden book, a forgotten prophecy, a warning.
When moonlight binds flame to shadow, the key and the lock shall bleed as one.
The bonds aren't accidents. They are part of something older, something designed. And far beyond Briarwood, the Dark Witch watches.
Bring me screams, and proof the bond is still holding.
The game has shifted. The prophecy has been revealed, and something is coming. The pack house stands guarded but weary. Wolves are mid-rotation in early patrol. A faint hum ripples through the wards, like stretched fabric beginning to tear.
The ward shouldn't be humming unless...
An explosion of dark energy tears through the northern barrier. Snarls erupt from the tree line. Rogue wolves pour through. 3, then 4, then more. Fast, silent, wrong. Rourke is hit first, tackled by a rogue twice his size, snapping at his throat. The wolves' howls wake the whole lodge. Amara bursts from the pack house, hair wild, runes glowing faint on her skin, still from sleep. She sees Rourke pinned, her hand slams upward, palm glowing blue-white. Whip crack, a shockwave of witch force blasts the rogue off him. But another rogue lunges for her blind side. Rourke, still bloody-mouthed, tackles that one midair, teeth bared. Amara staggers back. She's not a warrior, but she's learning. Fast. A rogue circles behind her, then lunges. Rourke's blood runs cold. He can't reach her in time.
Amara.
But Amara reacts just in time. A rune burns into her palm, and she slashes outward. A blade of blue force cuts the rogue across the muzzle. She's breathing hard, shaking, not used to killing, but she will if she must. Rourke grabs her arm, shocked and relieved.
You could have been.
So could you.
Something pulls them both, an instinctive clash of bond sparks. Then another roar interrupts. Kaelen is surrounded, 3 rogues circling, coordinated, too precise. They aren't random, they're hunting him. One leaps.
Kaelen!
Her fear slams down the tether like lightning. Every torch in the packyard flares bright blue. The ground beneath her boots fractures. Tiny spiderweb cracks like frost. She raises both hands. A column of silver blue energy shoots upward from her core, blasting outward in a ring. All rogues in a 20-foot radius are thrown like ragdolls. Kaelen freezes, not from fear of her, but from awe. Elara stands panting, hair whipping in the wind, eyes faintly glowing, palms still sparking with a power she doesn't understand.
Elara.
The surviving rogues limp back toward the trees, retreating. As the last rogue vanishes into the tree line, silence crashes down like a hammer. Elara stands trembling, palms still sparking. Kaelen's chest heaves, wolf surging beneath his skin. A faint, distant laugh drifts through the forest. Kaelen's head snaps toward the sound, jaw tight, eyes burning.
Rourke, get Elara and Amara back to Morell's. Lock the cottage down. No one in, no one out.
Rourke, still bloodied, nods instantly, shifting into beta mode.
On it.
He moves toward the witches, protective instincts blazing. Kaelen scans the tree line again.
Patrol lines stay up till dawn. No breaks. No gaps. Whatever pulled them back, it's still out there.
The pack disperses into the fog. Elara looks at Kaelen, fear and confusion trembling through the tether. He meets her eyes only for a heartbeat.
Go. Be safe.
Before she can answer, Rourke ushers the witches toward the cottage path. Amara and Elara return to Morel's cottage, while the wolves figure out how the rogues got in. Morel sits in a wide, worn chair near the fire, mending something by lamplight, her eyelids heavy. She dozes mid-stitch, needle slipping down in her hand. On the main table, Elara grinds dried leaves in a mortar, expression distant, mind clearly elsewhere. Amara sorts through a bundle of fresh herbs at the counter, fingers deft, humming a tuneless little sound under her breath. The rain patters on the roof. The ambiance is cozy, intimate. They begin talking about the battle, both more shaken than they are willing to admit.
When they surrounded him, I couldn't breathe.
Rain taps against the cottage windows. Amara doesn't look up.
When that rogue had Rourke pinned, I didn't think. I just moved. I've never felt power like that. Not like it was coming from somewhere deeper than me.
Elara swallows.
When I saw Kaelen go down, it felt like something inside me tore open. I didn't even mean to use that much magic.
Amara finally meets her eyes.
That wasn't just magic. That was the bond.
Elara nods, still processing.
It scared me.
Amara's jaw tightens slightly.
It scared me too. When Rourke shouted my name, I felt it here.
Amara touches her chest.
Like he was afraid of losing something.
The kettle whistles softly. For a while, neither of them speaks. Elara glances toward Morel, who is now fully dozing, mouth parted slightly. She had been up all night helping the wolves with the wards. The silence was deafening. They needed something to take their minds off of yesterday's battle, about the fact that the wolves and Morel worked to strengthen the wards at the pack house, and they couldn't help because they were targets. She lowers her voice.
Careful. If you sort those any quieter, I might forget you're here.
Elara teases. Amara smirks, not looking up.
That's the idea. The less noise I make, the less chores Auntie can assign me.
Elara chuckles under her breath. She keeps working, but her eyes flick sideways to Amara, studying her.
Is that why you disappeared when Rourke was barking orders at everyone earlier? Because from where I was standing, you were suddenly very interested in the far wall.
Amara pauses. A tiny hitch. She recovers quickly.
I was avoiding shattered glass and flying temper. Perfectly reasonable survival instinct.
That survival instinct have anything to do with the way you won't look at him for longer than half a heartbeat since what happened during training?
Amara stills, hands hovering over the herbs.
You've been paying attention.
I live in a town that whispers for sport. I don't always listen. But I listen to you.
Amara's expression softens just a fraction. She tucks a strand of hair behind her ear, suddenly more guarded.
It's nothing. Rourke doesn't like witches. I happen to be one. The end.
Elara sets down the pestle, turning to face her fully.
Amara. I'm asking what's going on with you and Rourke.
Amara exhales, eyes flicking toward the hearth, toward Morel, then back.
You ever notice how he always makes sure he's between you and a door? Or a window? Or anything sharp?
He does that with you, too.
Yes, except he looks like he wants to bite me half the time.
Elara smiles, then sobers.
The pack says the wolf in them recognizes things before they do. Bonds. Threats. When his wolf surfaced during training, did you feel anything?
Amara's eyes meet hers. For a moment, she looks very young.
I felt him. Like someone knocking on a door I didn't know I had. But faint. Far away.
Elara leans in, curious, almost whispering.
Is it like the tether? The way I feel Kaelen sometimes? Or different?
Amara hesitates, searching for words.
The tether between you and Kaelen was forced into the open. Magic and wolf both pulling. It hums. You can't ignore it. With Rourke and me, it's more like a thread that's there, but dim. Waiting.
Because you're a witch.
Because he hasn't accepted it. Bonds live in both halves. Wolf and witch. If one side digs in their heels, it blunts things. Dulls the connection. I feel it. Just not as strongly as I will. Not yet.
So you've known. This whole time. While he's been glaring at you like you set his fur on fire.
A flicker of amusement passes through Amara's eyes.
Oh, he absolutely thinks I set his fur on fire. He hates that he can't ignore me. It's easier for him to be angry than anything else.
And what about you? Do you want it?
The question hangs there, heavy and intimate. Amara looks away, jaw working.
I want the bond that was meant for me, whoever he is, to be a choice, not a sentence. Rourke is. He's stubborn. Loyal to a fault. He'd rather walk into fire than admit he's afraid. That kind of man could break you or hold you up. There's not much in between.
That wasn't an answer.
Amara finally looks back, eyes shining just a little too bright.
Maybe I don't know yet. Maybe I'm waiting to see who he decides to be.
You know he's not the only one who doesn't do well with things he can't control.
Talking about me or a certain alpha who glowers every time you stand too close to the villager with the kind eyes?
Alara's cheeks flush.
You felt that?
I'm a witch, remember? We're nosy by design. When you're around your friend, you feel safe. Warm. It travels down your tether to Kaelen, and he doesn't know what to do with it yet.
Elara presses her lips together, looking a bit guilty.
I don't mean to hurt him.
I know. And he's not trying to hurt you. You're both just learning where you end and the bond begins. Same as Rourke and I will. One way or another.
Elara reaches out, giving Amara's hand a quick, firm squeeze.
Just promise me if it becomes too much, you'll say something. To me. To him. To someone. I don't want you carrying it alone.
A small, genuine smile curves Amara's lips.
You're starting to sound like Auntie.
Take it back!
They stifle laughter, glancing at Morel, who snores louder, oblivious.
I promise. And Elara? If the bond chooses you, it's not by accident. Not with Kaelen. Not with me. Not with Rourke. The question isn't if it's real. It's what you do with it.
Elara looks into the flickering fire, the weight of that statement settling over her. The fire pops, sending up a brief spray of sparks, a visual echo of the unseen bonds tightening, waiting. Kaelen and Rourke walk the perimeter with two pack members. The wolves rumble uneasily, not a threat signal, but disturbance. Kaelen stops suddenly. He lifts his head, nostrils flaring.
Do you feel that?
Rourke stills. His eyes shift silver.
Not scent. Emotion.
A ripple of fear, anger, hostility brushes Kalen's senses, coming from deeper in town. A faint tug pulls down the tether. Elara. Uneasy. Kalen's jaw tightens.
Something's wrong.
Rourke stiffens, feeling Amara's spike of agitation. He rolls his shoulder once, the bruise from earlier still stiff beneath the bandage.
Amara's pissed, and she's trying not to be. Means somebody's provoking her.
Kaelen starts toward the market square immediately.
Come on.
The wolves follow instantly.
After yesterday, I'm not in the mood for surprises.
The market is usually lively, but today it's tight and uneasy, like the air before a storm. Villagers cluster in small groups. Whispers ripple through the square like wind through tall grass. Elara steps into the square with Amara beside her. Elara carries a small basket of herbs. At first, no one approaches them. Then the murmurs begin.
That's her. That's the one the council restricted.
Both of them. Should have done it sooner.
Amara's jaw tenses. Elara keeps walking. A second group of villagers steps back as they pass, making a visible gap. Amara leans toward Elara.
They're acting like we're plague carriers.
Or ghosts.
Suddenly, a middle-aged man, Harlan, steps directly into their path. He's got the tight, jittery energy of someone who hasn't slept well since the well flared. Behind him, a few other villagers gather, creating a semicircle. Harlan lifts his chin and speaks loud enough to draw attention.
You think you can ignore the council, witch?
Elara stops, taken aback.
I haven't ignored anything.
They put restrictions on you for a reason. We all saw the well flare. We heard the wolves found runes in the woods. And then you show up strolling through the square?
She's done nothing wrong.
You're one to talk. Everyone knows what covens do. Wards failing, wolves on edge, magic in the woods. This all started when these witches showed up together.
Amara stiffens, anger flaring.
If you say, these witches one more time.
Elara touches her arm gently, grounding her.
We're just passing through, Harlan.
Passing through? You're walking through our town after the council said you need supervision.
A few villagers nod nervously. A woman clutches her child's hand, pulling him behind her.
Keep your distance. They said the witches might be tied to the old magic in the woods.
Amara scoffs.
Old magic doesn't need me to tie it anywhere. It does what it wants.
This only panics the crowd more.
See? See how she talks? They think they're above us. Why shouldn't we be afraid?
Amara bristles. The air around her prickles briefly with subtle energy. A leaf trembles on the ground. A lantern flickers. The villagers gasp, stepping back.
She's doing something. She's casting.
Amara opens her mouth, angry, but Elara grabs her wrist, shaking her head sharply.
Don't. They're not worth your power right now.
Amara's breathing is tight, but she forces herself still. Just then, a deep, commanding voice cuts through the rising panic.
That's enough.
Kaelen strides into the square from the opposite side, Rourke close behind him. Kaelen's eyes glow faintly, Wolf close to the surface. Rourke scans the crowd, jaw clenched, already on edge. The villagers instinctively part for them. Kaelen stops between the witches and the crowd, stance protective and unmistakably territorial.
Elara and Amara are under my protection. If you have concerns, you come to me. Not to them.
Harlan bristles.
The council said they need supervision.
And they have it. From the pack. Not from panicked villagers looking to assign blame for things they don't understand.
His gaze flicks to Elara, checking she's steady. A ripple of anger moves through the crowd, and fear, but no one steps forward to challenge him. Rourke steps beside Amara, expression dark enough to send a few villagers skittering back.
Try pointing fingers at her again. Just try.
His wolf flickers in his eyes, unmistakably warning. The crowd recoils. Kaelen's gaze sweeps across them.
Briarwood is on edge. Something old is moving in the woods. And the last thing we need is turning on each other.
Harlan swallows, glancing at the others. His bravado falters.
We're just trying to keep the town safe.
Then do that. By looking outward, not inward.
The villagers slowly disperse, still whispering, still afraid, but no longer bold. Harlan lingers a moment, then finally backs away. Silence settles. Amara exhales sharply.
Overreactive, narrow-minded, panic-driven. This is why covens stay hidden.
Elara gives her a sympathetic look.
They're scared. And fear spreads faster than truth.
Kaelen turns to Elara, not touching her, but close enough that the tether hums.
You're not walking the town alone anymore. Not with fear like this in the air.
Elara nods, reluctantly but understanding. Amara mutters under her breath.
So the restrictions weren't enough. Now we have mobs.
Kalen's jaw tightens.
Then we handle it before it becomes more.
The four of them stand together, witches and wolves, while the storm gathers on the horizon. The air is tight with leftover storm energy. Candles flicker unevenly, shadows trembling across the rune-marked table. Elara paces, hand pressed over her heart as if she can still feel Kalen's fear and protectiveness from earlier.
I can't live like this, Auntie. The villagers are getting worse. They're scared and believe the tether is at the center, and to make matters worse, every emotion he feels, every shift in his breath, it hits me like it's mine.
Morel watches her carefully, worry etched into the lines around her mouth.
And he feels you just as strongly. The tether is louder than it should be.
Elara swallows, voice softening.
So break it. Please. Please, Auntie.
Morel hesitates. A rare flicker of fear crosses her face.
Are you sure that's what you really want?
Elara doesn't trust herself to answer.
We can't try a full severing ritual unless Kaelen is present. But we can try to loosen it. Give you both a little more distance and peace. If the bond is simple magic, this charm will loosen it. If it is not...
She doesn't finish. Elara nods anyway. Morel lifts her hands over Alara's chest. A faint glow of pale green runes begins to spin between her palms as she begins to chant. Elara braces herself. A violent snap cracks through the room, like a branch breaking under ice. The runes shatter, bursting in a sharp flash. Elara gasps, pain exploding from her core, dropping her to her knees. Kalen's distant breath slams through her tether like a punch. At the pack house, he drops to his knees, feeling the pain of it as well.
Saints, it pushed back.
That wasn't me.
No, it wasn't him either.
Morel steps closer, voice low, unsettled.
Elara, this tether isn't a spell. It isn't wolf magic. It isn't witch magic. It's older, and it does not want to be undone.
Alara's breathing turns shallow. Her voice is small, cracking at the edges.
So what are we supposed to do with that?
Morel's expression softens, almost pitying.
Feel it, endure it, but do not try to break it again.
Elara looks away, but a flicker of something crosses her face. Fear, anger, and beneath both, relief. She hates herself for it. Kalen's emotion pulses through the tether. Pain, fear, confusion, searching, feeling for her.
No, please don't feel me right now.
Kaelen stands in the wide entrance hall, hands braced on the heavy wooden table as he sorts through patrol assignments. Outside, the air hangs thick with the coming storm, wind whispering through the rafters of the pack house. Rourke had just stepped out to check on a few scouts. He rolls his shoulders. His usual black shirt and worn jeans were gone, replaced by the layered and durable fabrics of traditional pack gear. They had arrived that morning from his uncle, folded neatly with a short message. About time you stopped dressing like a drifter and started looking like the alpha heir you are. Kaelen had snorted when he read it, but he hadn't sent the package back. For a moment, he pauses. The tether hums against his ribs, soft but restless. He murmurs to himself.
Elara, slow down. Breathe.
She isn't distressed, but she's unsettled. The wolf inside him paces. Then, a sharp, piercing crack rips through his chest. Kaelen chokes on a gasp, his knees buckling as he hits the floor hard. His hand flies to his sternum, fingers digging into the fabric of his shirt. His wolf howls inside his skull. He's still sore from the fight. The bond ripping through him feels too close to the way her power exploded in the yard.
What? Elara!
The pain isn't physical, it's deeper, woven through the bond, tearing like something ancient, snapping back into place. A second burst of agony spears through him. He tries to rise, fails. Breathing ragged, he presses a hand to the wooden floor, grounding himself the way he would during a shift.
Someone touched the tether. Someone pushed it. She's hurt. No, she's terrified. No, what is that?
A wave of Alara's shock hits him, followed by a flash of Morel's magic. Then, something older, something that shoves back. Kaelen hisses through his teeth as the wolf snarls, not in rage, but in recognition.
That wasn't Elara. That wasn't me. What in the hell?
A final pulse slams through the tether, not painful this time, but searching. Elara's breath, broken, unsteady, and beneath it, relief. Kaelen freezes. His wolf stops moving, listening intently.
Elara, what did you do?
He drags himself upright, grabbing the edge of the table. His chest burns, not from pain now, but from the bond pulling him toward her. He can feel her turning away, shutting down, desperately trying to conceal her emotions from him. He feels her whisper before he hears it.
No, please don't feel me right now.
He closes his eyes. That hurts more than he wants to admit.
I feel you whether you want me to or not.
He pushes to his feet, steady now, determined. His wolf surges forward, one thought threading through their shared mind. Find her, now. Kaelen heads for the door, not running, but every step pulled by the tether's trembling thread.
Whatever just happened, it wasn't supposed to. And it's not done.
He doesn't shift. He doesn't call for Rourke. He doesn't think. He just follows the bond straight to her. Elara sits on the floor, back against the wall, arm wrapped tightly around her ribs where the tether backlash hit hardest. Morel tends to the falling candles, hands still shaking from the energy that shoved her back. Before either of them can answer, the door opens. Kaelen steps inside. He stops cold when he sees Elara on the floor.
Elara.
Elara stiffens, not looking at him. Morel straightens, trying to mask her own unease.
She's all right. It didn't go as planned.
Kaelen barely sees her. He moves slowly toward Elara, as if afraid she might bolt.
I felt something hit you. Hard. Elara, what happened?
She lifts her chin, but keeps her eyes on the floor.
Nothing. I'm fine.
The words are brittle. His wolf bristles against the obvious lie. He kneels beside her, not touching her, but close enough that the tether hums between them like a pulled thread.
You don't have to pretend with me. Not with this bond between us.
Alara's breath trembles. She slowly turns her face away from him.
That's the problem, Kaelen. I can't pretend. Not when you feel everything. Every fear, every embarrassment, every moment I wish I could be invisible.
Kaelen's expression flickers. Hurt, not from her words, but from what she's been carrying alone. He leans in slightly, voice almost a whisper.
I don't want you invisible.
That lands harder than either of them expect. She blinks, stunned. He realizes it too, swallowing hard. He shifts, choosing his next words carefully.
I felt your pain. I felt your fear. And I felt something else. Something I didn't understand.
She freezes. Morel quietly excuses herself, slipping into the adjoining room. The door closes with a soft click. Kaelen studies Elara, careful, cautious.
Elara, why did I feel relief?
Her eyes closed, painful, shameful.
Because for a second, I thought it would work. I thought I'd finally have space to breathe. To think without you in my head. Without your emotions crashing into mine.
He exhales, slow and controlled, but something inside him fractures. Not anger, not rejection, something closer to grief. He lowers his head slightly, voice barely audible.
So that's what you want? Distance from me?
A silence so fragile it feels like glass. Elara finally looks at him, eyes shimmering but steady.
I don't know what I want. Except, I know I'm scared. Scared of this tether. Scared of what it means. Scared of what it's turning me into.
Her breath shakes.
And scared of how much it hurts. That I felt relief that it didn't work.
Kaelen closes his eyes for a moment, trying to swallow the sting of that. He opens them again, softer than before.
Then let me help. If we can't break this, at least don't carry it alone.
Alara's lips part, caught off guard. Hadn't she said the same thing to Amara earlier? Her fingers twitch, as if wanting to reach for him, but not daring to. The tether hums between them, warm, aching, undeniable. Kaelen stands slowly and extends a hand. Not commanding, not demanding, just offering.
Come on, let me get you off the floor.
She places her hand in his. The tether shivers. Something softens. Something shifts. Kaelen pulls her up with quiet gentleness. They stand close. Too close, but neither steps back. The dark leather vest caught her eye. It wasn't the clothes he usually wore. Something about it made him look different. Not just like the man who argued with her and protected her with equal measure, like the Alpha Briarwood might soon need. The tether stirred faintly in her chest.
Kaelen, what if this bond ruins us?
He holds her gaze, steady as a mountain.
What if it saves us?
Their breath mingles. The moment stretches, dangerous, fragile, magnetic. Kaelen steps back first. Not because he wants distance, but because staying any closer would pull them somewhere they're not ready to go, yet.
Whenever you're ready. I'm not going anywhere.
Turns toward the door. Elara watches him go, hand still tingling where he held her. The sky hangs low and heavy, storm clouds bruising the horizon. Rourke is mid-drill with two younger wolves, sparring lightly, correcting a stance, when a violent spike of pain knifes through him. He doubles over, one hand braced on his knee, the other clutching his ribs. The wolves freeze.
Rourke, did you?
Stand down.
It wasn't physical. It wasn't him. It was Amara, her fear, her pain, a shockwave of magic gone wrong. It hits him like a blade of wind slicing through his lungs. His eyes flash silver. Wolf forward, alert, unsettled. He straightens slowly, breath sharp. Without a word, he heads toward the pack house. Amara exits the small washroom, damp cloth in hand, wiping her cheek. She looks paler than usual, the aftershocks of the magic backlash still humming under her skin. She stops short when she sees Rourke standing there, blocking the hallway, staring at her like he just felt her bleed.
What?
He steps closer, not crowding her, just grounding himself in the sight of her.
You all right?
Amara scoffs and tries to brush past him. He shifts, blocking gently.
I'm fine.
You're lying.
Her jaw tightens. She hates that he can feel it. Hates it even more that he's right.
It was nothing. A magical hiccup.
Hiccup?
He steps closer, lowering his voice so only she hears.
That hiccup dropped me to a knee.
Her breath catches. Just briefly. He sees it.
It wasn't supposed to happen. Elara went to the cottage and Auntie.
What did Morel try?
She stiffens.
It wasn't about me.
That's not what I asked.
Her fingers tighten around the cloth. For once, she doesn't deflect with sarcasm or attitude.
It felt like she tried to loosen Elara and Kaelen's tether. It pushed back.
He stares at her, not angry, but deeply, quietly shaken.
And it hit you too.
She nods once.
I'm connected to Elara, to her magic. Always have been. When it snapped back on her, it echoed through me.
His expression shifts, something protective flickering behind his eyes. He steps closer. Her breath stutters before she masks it.
Feeling you get hit like that? It was
Rourke pauses, searching for the word.
worse than anything I've taken in a fight.
Amara's eyes flick up, startled, not by his words, but by the sincerity behind them. She swallows hard.
Rourke. It was just backlash. It's not a big deal.
He shakes his head.
Yes, it is, and you can't keep pretending like you're untouchable.
Her composure cracks. 2 seconds. Then she rebuilds it.
I don't need protecting.
I didn't say you did.
He steps back, but only a fraction. Enough to give her breath, not enough to break the moment.
Just don't shut me out when stuff like that happens.
Her voice drops to barely a whisper.
I didn't mean. I didn't know you would feel it. That's unusual.
His eyes soften, just slightly.
Yeah, well, I did.
She finally meets his gaze, and the air between them tightens. Raw, charged, unspoken. She looks away first.
Thank you for checking on me.
It's small, but real. Rourke nods once, like the acceptance of a pact she doesn't yet realize she made.
Anytime.
He starts to walk past her, but pauses beside her shoulder. Voice low, meant only for her.
And Amara, don't scare me like that again.
Amara closes her eyes, overwhelmed, her expression soft and shaken. His face is inches from hers, protective and conflicted. She felt it, all of it, and it shook something she hadn't meant to touch. The storm clouds sit heavy overhead, wind brushing through the pine trees lining the pack house. The air is still charged with leftover magic from the tether backlash. Kaelen steps outside, attempting to walk off the rattling sensation still echoing through his chest. Rourke stands staring into the tree line. He doesn't turn when he speaks.
You felt it too?
Kaelen exhales, jaw tightening.
Yeah. Drop me to my knee.
Rourke grunts. Not surprise, not mockery. Something closer to worry. He finally looks at Kaelen.
What happened?
Kaelen shakes his head, still unsettled.
I don't know. Morel tried something with the tether. It pushed back.
Rourke mutters a quiet curse.
Amara felt it too. Hard. Nearly knocked the breath out of her.
Kalen's brows pull together.
Is she all right?
Rourke shoots him a look, dry but layered.
She's fighting me about it, so, yeah, she's fine enough.
Rourke steps closer, tone shifting, direct, unfiltered, brother to brother.
Kaelen, you shouldn't have left the pack house without telling me.
Kaelen turns, caught off guard.
Rourke, I went the second I felt her break. I didn't think.
Rourke nods once, because that's exactly what he expected.
That's the problem. You didn't think.
Kaelen bristles.
I wasn't going to sit there while she was hurting.
And I'm not saying you should have. But when you tear out of here without warning, if that blast had hit harder, if you'd gone down again, who's covering you?
Kaelen stiffens, because Rourke is right, and they both know it.
Look, you follow her. I follow you. But I can't do that if you vanish without a word.
Kaelen looks away, throat tight.
I'm not used to having a shadow.
Yeah, well, get used to it. Because whatever this bond is, it's not getting quieter.
Kaelen absorbs that. Rourke turns to face the woods again, voice dropping low.
Next time you feel something like that, even a flicker, you tell me. Understood?
Understood.
Kaelen stands beside him, nodding faintly. Rourke folds his arms again, but the tension in his shoulders eases.
Good. Because one of us going down from a magical backlash is bad enough. 2. Alpha would kill us both.
Kaelen actually lets out the smallest huff of a breath, almost a laugh.
He would.
Rourke looks at him, more brother than second in command in this moment.
We're in this together. Don't forget that.
Kaelen nods again, slower this time, more certain.
I won't.
The two stand shoulder to shoulder, staring out into the darkening woods. Two wolves bracing for a storm they can both feel coming. Amara sits on the edge of the bed. Elara slips into the room quietly, closing the door behind her. For a moment, they just look at each other. Two witches trying not to collapse under the weight of too much magic and too many emotions. Amara breaks the silence first.
You okay?
Elara exhales a shaky breath and nods.
Mostly. You?
Amara snorts, dry and unimpressed with the question.
I've been better. Felt like someone tried to thread a lightning bolt through my rib.
Elara winces. Guilt flickers across her face.
Amara. I'm sorry. You weren't supposed to feel any of it.
That's the thing about magic, Elara. It doesn't care what's supposed to happen.
Alara's eyes fall to her hands, fingers twisting nervously.
Morel tried to loosen the tether. Not break it, just to give me and Kaelen space. Breathing room.
Amara's eyes sharpen instantly.
What exactly did she try?
A charm. Old magic, meant to nudge a bond loose. She said if the tether was a simple spell, it would ease. If it wasn't...
She trails off. Amara finishes for her.
It would shove back.
Elara nods once, small and heavy.
It didn't just shove. It snapped. Like something woke up and told her no.
Amara's expression shifts, thoughtful, troubled.
What did Morel say?
That it's not witch magic. Not wolf magic. Not anything she recognizes. That it's older.
Amara leans back, absorbing that.
Older than coven craft. Older than pack bonds. Which means...
It was never ours to break.
Amara thinks about that for a moment.
Like a true mate bond. Those aren't easily broken. Especially not by anything outside of it. Even when they're rejected. They don't disappear. They linger. Echo. You just learn how to live with the sound.
How is that possible?
I don't know. But I do know this. What's forming between me and Rourke? It's not because we stumbled into a spell. Maybe the tether didn't create anything. Maybe it just latched onto something that was already there.
Something real?
Yeah. Something real.
Silence settles between them, not empty, but full. Amara tilts her head, studying Elara's face with surprising tenderness.
Are you scared?
Terrified. Not just of the bond, but of what it means that I wanted it gone.
Elara, listen. Wanting space doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. And any witch faced with a destiny she didn't choose would want room to breathe too.
Elara swallows hard, her eyes shining.
And yet, after it failed, I felt relief.
Amara's expression softens, almost unexpectedly warm.
That's not relief. That's acceptance. Finally beginning to accept how you feel. What you really want. Two very different things. You weren't relieved it didn't break. You were relieved you didn't have to choose. Big difference.
Elara lets out a breath she didn't realize she was holding.
Whatever this tether is, you're not facing it alone. I'm with you. Always.
Elara wipes a tear with the back of her hand.
Thank you.
Amara gestures toward the door with her chin.
Now go check on Wolfboy before he paces a trench into the hallway. I felt Rourke's agitation through the floorboards. Which means Kaelen's probably worse.
Elara lets out a tiny, reluctant laugh.
He already came by.
Amara's smirk grows.
Oh. And?
Elara blushes, looking away.
Nothing. We talked. It helped.
Amara crosses her arms like someone who knows when a friend is lying.
Aha. Just don't forget. When the tether pulls, you can pull back too. You're not a thread in his story. You're the damn needle.
Elara gives her a look and laughs.
You're terrible with metaphors.
And yet somehow correct.
They share a quiet, exhausted, sisterly smile. Then Alara's expression shifts. Not fear, recognition. She slowly brings a hand to her chest.
Elara?
A soft glow pulses beneath Alara's skin. Gold, threaded with violet. Kaelen stands just outside the guest room door. He had been pacing, waiting. He suddenly stills. His breath catches. His hand presses against his chest. The glow pulses stronger. Candles flicker, drawn toward Elara.
It feels different and stronger.
Kalen's eyes flash faint gold. His wolf surges close to the surface. Not aggression, recognition.
Elara?
It was attacked and it's responding, escalating. Strengthening you both.
Amara watches Elara, steady, certain now. Kaelen takes a slow step towards the door, then stops. He doesn't open it. He feels her instead. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode of The Witch's Binding, coming soon.